Good morning, gentle people. Today is August 30th, 2025. Almost the end of the month. Almost the end of the month. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday! All right. What is the message for today, August 30th, 2025? What is the message for today? Here's one. Let's see. Let's see. What's the map? There it is. There it is. Oh, I think there's two. There's two more, I should say. Here we go. And these are the cards for today. Let's see what it says. Guinea fowl. Guinea fowl. Okay. Spirit of indecision. Spirit of indecision. Okay. And parrot. Parrot. Look. There's a lot of mental chatter. There's a lot of mental chatter. And there's a lot of chatter in general. There are a lot of people around you. Oof, hold on. Hold on. At first, I thought you were arguing with yourself because of this card of mental, a spirit of indecision. Okay? But I think things have not been talked through. All of the pieces that need to fall into place. You see, there's a surprise coming. There's a surprise coming. Something out of the blue, something you weren't expecting. And even though it was talked about at length. And in your mental space, it was clear. In your mental space, it was clear. But you see, a parrot, what does a parrot do? It just repeats what other people have been saying. It just repeats what other people have been saying. Ooh. There's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of chatter. A lot of chatter. And you're repeating and repeating things. And maybe those positive affirmations that you've given yourself, you're trying to spread it to other people. All that positive affirmations that you've done for yourself. But because there's so many people involved, I don't know what you're into. I don't know what you're into. I don't know what you have been talking about. But there has to be a decision made prior to anything that you make, so that look, I'm all a mess because that's exactly how it sounds. Some people talking here and some people talking there, and there's so much chatter. Not even my message is coming out clear because of all the chatter. So before there is an argument, before there is any disruption and let me see, internal arguments, not necessarily violent, it could get violent, but it could get violent. But we're not gonna do that, because we're not gonna even focus on that, because there is a lot of positivity and there is a lot of positive things that could come from this. There are, because guinea fowl, you see how it's spotted like that? The guinea fowl represents community, and community is strong. Right? The parrot, yeah, she likes to repeat things, but she also speaks of procreation and things that can turn positive, because you're a closely knit community, so closely knit, and decisions have to be made as to how to resolve certain issues that this card only talks about the behavior of this particular sign, but the sign per se speaks of riches and money and precious stones, right? Precious stones. Is there money coming into the situation of this community? Is there money coming in? This card represents the behavior of the people in this community, as well as this one. This one talks to talk, and this one just repeats. But this one also represents money bringing tragedy. And that's the part that worries me. This is such a positive thing, but it could go wrong if you do not make the proper decisions, if you don't pause to make proper decisions. What are proper decisions? If it has to do with money, like this says, and if it has to do with family and avoiding arguments, then the best decision to make is to get someone to guide you, because you see the compass talks about a guide. You may want to get either a divination or a consultation, or get professional advice regarding this money that this card represents. But because the behavior cards came up, because these animals represent the behavior, then the decision has to be absolutely etched in stone. How we behave when this money shows up within this family. I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear, because there is a lot of talking and there's a lot of movement. I'm feeling excited in my chest because of all of this movement, but somebody has to be the one guiding us, and it's regarding our behavior. Once this money arrives, how do we behave? How do we distribute this money? How do we want everyone to know that we have money? Do we want everyone to, or are we all showing it off? Or are we all keeping it quiet? Or are we all, are we going to be fair with each other, right? Are we going to be fair with each other regarding, well, he doesn't deserve it, she doesn't deserve it, things of that nature. Oof. What can we do? What is the solution here? My suggestion is that you get professional advice, and spiritually speaking, if you could get a divination regarding what to do and who to hang out with, who to trust, blah 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 blah. Wow, this is a good reading because it talks about money, but it is also a tricky reading because it talks about our behavior, and we don't know how we behave when X or Y or Z happens to us. We don't know because we've never been there. So let us be creative in taking the spiritual route and the professional route. Go see a professional and go see a spiritual professional. I hope this helped you in some way, and I hope you walk in joy, knowing that this space is special, divine, and sacred just because you exist. And if this is happening to you, I'm so glad you exist in this space, because all these blessings bring blessings upon me. Thank you for sharing with me today. Ashe.